Okay, welcome to class. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. We're 37 right now in number, and it's so good to see you. Like I said earlier, please, your camera should be on. If your cameras are not on, we're already booting you out. Yes, because our free master classes are more powerful than even some paid, than other people's paid master classes. And one of the reasons, or one of the ways we've been able to get these master classes to affect realtors' life positively is by ensuring that you are present here. Your camera should be on, you should have papers or books to write. You should chat in the session, in the comment section. Just engage. It's been said the way you do one thing is the way you do every other thing. Let me tell you something that you don't know. We can tell who will succeed. If I look through this Zoom session, I can tell people that will succeed early. Somebody should ask me, how do I know? Somebody should ask me, how do I know? Somebody should ask.
How do you know?
Good, thank you. You know, those many years, my husband will talk, and I'll be like, how did you know? I'll be fighting with me. How did you know? How did you know? How did you know? Then now, I see that I know. Avieka said something. If I speak with you 5 minutes, I can tell where you will end up. 5 minutes. If I see somebody, speak with somebody, I can tell if the person will sell or not. So you wonder why it looks like you speak with coaches don't answer. Number one reason, your physiology. I'm teaching already. It's not part of the class, but I'm teaching. Your physiology. So what's your physiology? Your physiology is the way you are sitting. Somebody is slouchy and just like, oh, just say what we want to say. We know people who are not driven. They are slouchy. There's a way they are looking down. I'm like, I'm just tired about life. Nigeria is so bad. Why somebody is sitting and it's just up there, business-like. The person has probably not eaten for the last 24 hours, but you will not even be able to tell. You will not be able to tell. So your physiology is one major way. The second thing that I get to know is how you speak. Scripture says the heart speaks from the abundance, the mouth speaks from the abundance of the heart. Your mouth does not lie. And it comes straight from your heart. That's why scripture says, guard your heart with all diligence. From it are the issues of life. If you speak with me in 5 minutes, I can tell. And I just tell you, please, I'm busy. Let me talk to somebody else. And this is research. So please, this class is going to be really, really super, super duper interesting, wonderful, and it will be sweet, short, and sharp. Power of magnetic marketing. Power of magnetic marketing for realtors. Please let me know how many of you are just joining us for the first time. How many of you are just joining us for the first time? If you're just joining us for the first time, just type in 1. If you're joining us, if this is your second time, type in 2, according to the number. So let me see if I need to introduce myself. Let me see, just to take a poll. Mr. Meaningful, I cite you, sir. How was your training today? First time.
Well, good, thank you.
I trust that it's going to be, I trust that. How many first timers? How many first timers? Hey, Prof. Eko ngbe o. Emi ashika.
Salamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay. First timer. There are plenty first timer here, so we need to do my introduction. You know, recently I started saying people should do introduction for me. Who do I call? The last one was Mr. Meaningful, and the man introduced me past myself. When I listened to that masterclass, do you know that I go back to listen to all those masterclasses? I teach it, but I listen to it. When I listen, I was like, Mr. Meaningful is introducing me like this. Very powerful. Let me not call Mr. Meaningful. Who wants to do the honors of introducing me? But while we think about that. Who wants to, if you know TKTY, you know TKTY very well. I would like somebody to do the honors of introducing TKTY. It would be really, really nice that somebody introduces TKTY. Prof, do you want to do the honors of introducing TKTY? Do you want to do the Prof? While we're waiting for that, our topic is magnetic marketing for realtors. Before we start, let me ask like this: what does magnetic marketing, or what does the word magnet mean? What does the word magnet mean? What does the word magnet mean? Just put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. The word magnet. What does it mean? Put it in the chat. What does, if you want to introduce me, just put it, type it in the chat. I'd like to introduce you. Don't be scared. To attract, to attract. Awesome, to attract. To attract. Okay. To catch something. Okay. Then how many of you saw that we're going to be using the case study of one of our students? We'll be using the case study of one of our students, Sarah. If you saw that in the flyer, let me see you put it there. Just type in S. If you saw that on the flyer, how she sold 49 acres of land. If you saw that in the flyer, who saw that in the flyer? How one of our students? Did you see that flyer? Did you see it? You saw it. Okay, let me see more responses. I love interactive sessions because that's one way for these things to sing. You saw it. Good, 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 good. So while we're waiting for introduction, let me first tell you the basic thing. This class is sponsored by 3 sets of people. 1, TKTY. This class is sponsored by 3 sets of people. Now, I like to tell people, when you see free, there's nothing that is actually free. Somebody somewhere has paid for it. This class is part sponsored by TKTY. The second set of people that are sponsored this class is GMI. Our students in the GMI. GMI simply means Growth Marketing Intensive, and we have a number of them here. I see Mr. Meaningful is a member of the GMI. I see Mr. Oluwasheyi is a member of the GMI. Prof is a member of the GMI. Many more are here. And also part sponsored by the Ultimate Realtors Up. The Ultimate Realtors Up is our mentoring program. The GMI is our coaching program where members pay in multi-millions. Let me say that again so that it sinks. The GMI is our coaching program where members pay in multi-millions. While the Ultimate Realtors Up is our mentoring program where members pay shikini money. Where members pay shikini money. So these 3 people have come together. Is the reason why you can get this for free. And I like to say that I'd like to invite you officially to plug into the TKTY system. Officially. Whether through the GMI or through the Ultimate Realtors Up. In fact, we encourage you to start through the Ultimate Realtors Up so that you can test and see, do you really like this form of teaching of TKTY? Do you like the environment and all of that? Then another thing I'd like to know about us is that we are not developers. We are not realtors. Neither are we brokerage firms. Who are we? We are human capacity development company. All we are here to do is to help you make millions of dollars or millions of naira according to your belief. And I'm having to put that there. Because when we say these figures, they are not blankets. Already we have people who are doing billions. Realtors who are doing billions. Who are plugged into our system doing billions. The last GMI that graduated officially yesterday. And our GMI for this 2025, We graduated. We've not done our graduation. We officially finished yesterday, Sunday. It was all shade of awesomeness. I was really, really emotional. It was all shade of awesomeness. We finished officially yesterday. But don't worry, we will do our graduation. We invite all of you to come and join us and celebrate. You needed to see the wind, the kind of winds that was being shared in that room. People who are now earning more than commissions. You know, most realtors think that you need to earn only through commission. I keep saying there are 7 other ways you can earn as a realtor. And in just short 30 days, people in the GMI are already earning that kind of amount. Now, why do I use the story of my students? Like I said, I'm not a realtor, so I can't come here and tell you, oh, I sold 30 acres of land or what plot of land. I am not a developer. So why then should you trust me? I don't even have a brokerage firm. So why then should you trust Sokotaya enough to show you the way? Our results. Our results speak volume. Evidence full everywhere. Testimony there everywhere. If not gone to our Instagram page, feel free to go there. Every day, we get multiple forms of testimonial. People who have not sold in 4 years, who are now selling. People who their highest sales was just 5 million naira, who are now doing 2 digits. They've moved from 5 million to 30 million naira. People who the highest sale they've done has been instrumental, who are now experiencing bulk sales. Just realtors who have been able to close $500 million in less than 24 hours of starting up that deal. People who have sold 4 houses, people like you, realtors like you. Those are our evidences. So that's why I share a lot of our student stories so that you can know that we have evidence. Evidence full everywhere. Now it's left for you to plug into the system. So let me start like this. What's the biggest frustration you've experienced when it comes to marketing real estate? Biggest frustration when it comes to selling and marketing real estate, just put it in the chat. What has been your biggest frustration when it comes to marketing and selling real estate? Some people don't know that they have to market first. So they just want to sell real estate. They see a total show that just come and buy my property. Then I'm like, I know they understand though. You they whine? You they whine? You have to market first. So what has been your biggest frustration when it comes to marketing and selling real estate? Just put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Rejection. Please, I expect everybody to participate. I expect everybody to participate so that we can really, really have an interesting class. Because if you are not experiencing frustration, then the question is that why are you here? There must be something. Even people that are doing $500 million, we tell you, I still, you know, I paid for a program online, and one of the bonuses that came, I didn't even know it was going to come with that, was that we were going to see the coach one-on-one. And I had to set my time, and they were asking the question, what issue am I having? Even me as I did, I still get issue. Because until you die, even Dangote, if you ask him, he will tell you, this is what I'm still looking to achieve. I'll get back to you. Showing up interest, but later went cold. Closing the deal. Rejection. Client not making up his mind. Trust issue. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Thank you for the engagement. Backing out from the deal or discussion. Let me add some more. Clients paying and asking for a refund. Have you experienced that? I'll get back to you soon. Okay. Thank you. But do you know that there's a solution to all of these things? Do you know that there's a solution to these things? Lack of trust. Not ready, trust issue, rejection. Do you know there's a solution to all of these problems? Okay, come with me. I'm going to ask you certain questions to help you. Are you finding it difficult to attract the right prospects? You can just answer in your chat. You don't need to put it here. You can just put it. Are you finding it difficult to attract the right prospects? Yes or no? Put it in your book. You don't need to put it in the chat. If you like to put it in the chat, it's okay. Are you finding it hard to convert leads to buy property from you? So now, some of you have gone ahead, you've gotten leads, you've had get leads. But now converting these people to buy property from you is a big deal. Is that your issue? Are you tired of begging few clients, few prospects? They're not clients. I know you people like to call them clients. They are not clients. Clients are people that are bought from you again and again. Customers are people that are bought from you once. Why prospects are people that are interested in buying from you, but they have never bought from you. So that you don't start mixing this thing up. I say a lot of realtors call everybody clients. Clients are people that have bought from you more than once. Customers are people that have bought from you once. Prospects are people who are interested in buying from you. Some of them have 1% interest, up to 10% interest. So are you tired of begging few prospects to buy from you? You have few prospects, you're now begging them, buy from me. You've done all the gimmicks that you can do, but it's not just working. Are you tired of chasing clients, constantly putting yourself out there and feeling like you're having to start again and again? How many of you have experienced this tiredness that comes from chasing clients? The client tells you, call me tomorrow. You call them tomorrow, they are busy. The clients tell you, just cut your phone rudely and does not even come back. You know, the clients even tell you, let's book an appointment, only for you to get there and they are not there. Does that happen to you? How frustrating can that be? Have you ever experienced that? Who has experienced that? If you have experienced that, how frustrating can it be? How tiring can it be? Who wants to tell me if they've experienced that? Clients, if you have experienced, you can unmute and share. I can see a lot of people sharing in the comment section. Are you tired of prospects? Somebody said very frustrating. Are you tired of prospects ghosting you? How many of you send out messages, people read, and they don't even reply? You've seen that they've read it, but no replies. You call to the point that they block you. It can be so tiring. Are clients ignoring your messages, ignoring your calls, and sincerely, you just really feel like, I think I should give up. But guess what? There is a solution to this. There's a solution to this. And right on this call, I'll be sharing with you how to stop. Mr. Lufemi said he has experienced that. Yes, he has experienced that. So right on this call, I'll be sharing with you how to flip that. Now, let me help you with this. Let's flip this. Imagine now that you know the exact thing to do to bring in the right prospects. Now, for some of you, the reason why clients are ghosting you is because they're not even your ideal audience. For some of you,
they're not the right prospects.
They are not the right prospects. So now imagine that you know exactly what to do, exactly the things to do to bring in the right prospect ab initio. Please tell me, imagine you exactly know what will happen to your business. How would you feel if now those people that go ghost on you are now replying your messages, are telling you, send me what you have? How would you feel? Somebody should unmute and tell me right now, how will you feel if all the people that have been saying no, 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 or not even answering, or they ghost you, or everything you hear is cricket, and now telling me, please, can you send me your property? Tell me, what emotions would you feel at that point? Who wants to unmute and share with me how exactly they would feel? Who wants to share? You can unmute and share with me.
I feel very happy and fulfilled.
Awesome. Happy
and I feel excited.
Excited. Awesome. Who else wants to contribute? How would you feel? How would you feel if all those things you had really wished for, those things you had prayed for, all those things, you now see them happening for you?
See them Hey, I will feel like in the 7-7. Ah, excited.
I can even see, even though I can't see your face, I can feel the excitement. And how many of you
I don't like
I will
to
feel on
put
the
my
top
makeup.
of the world.
on top of the world? Wow. On top of the world. That's exactly how one of our GMI students is still feeling. Let me share with you. Like I said, I like to teach with my students. Maybe you know it's not about me. Can't come and tell you I sold 1,000 property. No, I don't have. I don't do it. I don't do. What I do is to help realtors, and that's why our trainings are that effective.
I don't have a brokerage firm.
I don't have a brokerage firm.
I don't do that.
I don't do it. So what our gain? Somebody say, "Kí wá ni gain yín?" Let me talk like the Jebus. The Jebus, Mr. Meaningful.
No, somebody's from Ijebu here. Simeon is from Ijebu here.
He's from Ijebu.
Yeah, somebody's joining us.
Have you heard people say, "Can you gain me?"
Somebody's joining us from Ijebu here.
What's my gain? It's the successes you experience, the joy you experience, the excitement you experience. That's my gain. The fact that somebody somewhere who is already tired of real estate says, "Oh, now I did not know this could be this easy." And let me tell you the story of one of our students, Gifted Dance. Gifted Dance has been in real estate for close to 10 years. And she's been selling. She sells very well. But you know what she said? Yesterday when we were doing our round-off, she said, "Tokotaya, I am still reaping from these sales." I got goats, got bag of rice. Like that was not enough. I even got voucher to go and shop. She said, these are the things that I prayed to God. I desire. I've seen realtors experiencing such. I've seen top sellers experiencing such, but I never experienced it. Despite the fact that I worked so hard. And what was it? Our company, the company she works with, says, if your people are able to pay outright, you will enjoy this level of benefits. But when she came into the TKTY system, when she plugged into this TKTY system, that changed for her. Interestingly, she doubted herself. When that person was supposed to pay, she told the person, "What kind of installment would you want to pay? What payment plan?" I said, "No, I'm not doing payment plan." She said, she told herself, "God, I would have shortchanged myself again." But what do you think she did differently that made that person say, "I'm going to pay outright"? There must have been something she did differently. Or is it Gozier, one of our students who I'm using as a case study here, who had people already in her DM, but those people be telling her, "I can't buy the property. I don't have the money. I don't this." In fact, some of them, you already have become like friends and family. They will chat with you. They will tell you all of their problems, but yet they will not buy. But guess what? In less than 2 weeks of plugging into the TKTY system, I said less than 2 weeks, she said less than a week, she was able to sell 49 acres. I didn't say plot too. Do the math. So the question you should be asking yourself is that, what did these people do differently that made them, or made these people who had ghosted them, or made these people who were originally buying in installments now say, I want to pay full? That's the question you should be asking. And now, interestingly, when realtors come to me and say, I want to run, I'm always like, chill. If you cannot do this thing organically, you will not do it when you run hard too. Please let me say that again. If people will not buy from you without you running hard, there is no, maybe it will even be more difficult for them to buy from you when you run hard. Should I break your heart?
No, please don't break anybody's heart. You're not a heartbreaker, man.
It's okay. Doctor said, I am not a heartbreaker. But should I burst your bubble?
Good heartbreaking.
Let me burst your bubble. Your heart was never created for you. The original purpose of running ads is not for you to sell. Please write down in your notes. The original purpose of ads is not to sell. That's why, let me say that again. The purpose of social media is not to sell. That's why if you are not selling organically without running ads, if you run ads, you will not sell. And Gifted Hands is here. Gifted Hands had keyed into the ultimate Realtors up. And when people meet with me, I tell them, what's your problem? Is it that you want to run ads or you want to sell? Please let me know. What is your issue? Is it that you want to run ads or you want to sell? If you want to sell, put sell. If it's hard, put ads. If it is sell, type sell in the chat. If it is hard, put ads. So when people run to me, I say, TKTY, I want to run ads, I want to run. I say, chill. Money could calm down. Kó fọkàn balẹ̀. A máa gbé wálẹ̀.
Back control.
Àbí Mr. Meaningful. Fọkàn balẹ̀. A máa gbé wálẹ̀. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀. Ẹ máa tajà.
It means relax.
Well, if you're in Nigeria, you don't understand Egbe Wale. Ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀, a máa gbé wálẹ̀. Are you sure you're a Nigerian? Maybe that person is not a Nigerian. So when I told them, I said, calm down. Your hearts are to help you scale. So if what you have is 0, you will scale 0.
That's it. Down right hand.
Something you should write down. And it happened. Gifted Hands is here. You can ask her. She will come. When Gifted Hands came, she joined the Ultimate Realtors. I told her, just chill. Me, I didn't know. She said she wanted to run, and she went to pay someone that will help her run her ads. Gifted Hands, tell them about your ad story.
I'm here. Oh.
You tell them that your ad story.
I'm here live and direct. Good evening, everyone. TKTY, good evening. Ma, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Tally speaking, one of the statements Taya used to say is where I want to start from, where he says, trust your coach, trust the system, and then trust yourself. After making the payment of $750, it was not before, it was after making that payment. I was still very, very, I don't want to use the word desperate, but I was so concerned I must sell this particular location, this Greenland location. That passion was there, that I want to sell. So I contacted one of the guys that have done adverts for me about, let me say, 4 years ago. That advert ad was done by him, and I was able to get a buyer online, somebody I didn't know before. It was the cost of that advert then was 15,000 naira. So I paid 15,000. That was 4 years ago. I think 5 years ago. So after payment, we ran that ad on a particular location, Ire Estate. Rivet. So to cut the dark story short, I was able to get a client, and I sold a house worth 8.5 million. So I was like, and now said, if this person can do it, then he should be able to do it again this time around. And the land in question was 30 million. So I was like, okay, I sent him the video. He said, Mrs. Ale, this advert you want to do. He said, what is my budget? I said 50,000. I said, it's not possible. That you cannot do 50,000 with that. I said, okay, how much? He said, the least you can do that we even manage is 150,000. 750,000. Because of my desperation, I paid the 150,000. I sent the video to him, and the first week, I didn't see anything. I was like, Miss, what's happening? I've not seen anything. No. He said, hold on, the ad is not running well. He will change the engagement and everything again. He did that. I didn't see anything. Now it was now close to the week for me to start JMI. So I now said, oh God, give me the feedback. What is the update? He now said, Mr. Lale, I've tried all I could, but this ad is not just yielding. And then I told him about my money. He said 110,000 has been used. And the only thing I can return to you because it's due is 40,000 naira. I said, 40,000 naira out of 150,000. So a whole 110 was spent and I could not get any feedback, anything on it. So I felt, I was like, and why that period we have already started GMI. And they don't know that within 1 week, that was the feedback. So I was like, I have wasted money. So I could not open my mouth and tell TKTY, it's not done. See, the first week after the GMI, during the GMI, just a particular training that we were taught, I just implemented it. It was just a statement, though. I won't tell you that statement here. It was just a statement. And while the training was going on, I just went to my WhatsApp page and I typed that statement there. I must tell you, within 24 hours, WhatsApp message stays for 24 hours. Within 24 hours, I got somebody that said, I want to buy. I am ready to buy. I trust you. And just within 1 week, I was able to close that deal and the person paid outrightly, 15 million outrightly. That same location that I paid for ads. That same location, that same green land. And I didn't do advert to this person. I didn't make a payment, mind you, the only content I said was on WhatsApp. WhatsApp was free. And it was like a magic to me. I said 150,000 could not give me a dime. Just a statement. So I was like, wow, if you're not in the know, if you're not in the right community, you cannot get the right content to use. That's just the thing. And that was how GMI changed a lot of things about me. I'm not to talk about it now, but from that ad, I must tell you, I got to understand that it is not about ad. It's about you yourself knowing what to do. A lot of people collect your money. They will use the money to first settle their own bills. Then they will start telling you stories. And that was my story. Thank you very much, TKTY.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I allowed that on mute. So heart is for scaling. Whatever you can't do organically, do not think your heart will do for you. Successfully. Let me say that whatever you can't do organically well, do not think your heart will do it for you successfully. I like to tell you that. So, what did she do that she did differently? That's what you should be asking yourself. And that's what will be leading me to this masterclass. And we're going to run through very quickly. It's called the power of magnetic marketing. Like you all know, what does a magnet do? A magnet magnetizes. A magnet pulls in. A magnet does the work of pulling in. When you understand the power of magnetic marketing, you will not need to chase clients again. What's power? Power is the ability to do work. What's magnetic is that thing that pulls people into you. Have you ever gone out and people say, oh, this person seems so charming. The person walks through the hall and everybody's just looking at him. Everybody's just drawn to him. That's what magnetic marketing means. I discovered that most realtors do not even understand what magnetic means. They are not even aware of magnetic marketing, let alone understand the power of magnetic marketing, let alone use magnetic marketing. And see, real estate, I like to say, is high-end product. Real estate is high ticket, and there's a way high ticket has to be sold. If you put out your heart and you run your heart and you say, come and buy 60 million, I can tell you that. Let's leave it. You know what? For those of you that have run the heart, you already know. But there is something you can do that those your people that are not responding, like it happened for Gozie. She had all these people on her WhatsApp who they were now like family, famzine. They were not responding. Anything she brings out, they will say, oh, it's too expensive. Do you see? They will say it's too expensive. They will not buy. It's because she did not know what magnetic marketing means. And when she came into the TKTY system, she became so magnetic enough that she pulled in over 157 million in less than, I will say 2 weeks. She will say 1 week of plugging into the TKTY system.
My question, do you think you need to do a lot of things for you to be magnetic? Do you think you need 100 steps for you to be magnetic? Tonight's class is only a 3-point class. 3 points. Please pay attention. I'm going to give you point 1 quickly, point 2 quickly. Just only 3 points. But if you understand these 3 points, you will do miracles. But before I go further on the matter of miracles, I want you to understand that even though God does miracles, the system of the world is not designed to run on miracles. 1, generate leads.
Let me come in there.
Generate leads. Now here, we use leads as an acronym. Locating, existing, accessible, demand, systematically. That word systematic is very important. Locating, existing, you're not creating it. Accessible, demand, has effective ability to buy. Systematically. But for today, pay attention. We'll be talking more than just generating leads. So pay attention. We're talking about the power of magnetic marketing.
Thank you, Toko. So, like you rightly said, number 1, attracting the right leads. So put it in your notes. Step 1, attracting the right leads. Attracting the right leads. So there are leads everywhere, online, offline, everywhere you go to, there are leads. There are leads everywhere you go to. But you need to be able to attract the right leads.
You know, the acronym says locate. I want us to understand something very important about magnets. It's impossible for a metal to magnetize plastic. Or is it possible?
No.
So when we talk about magnetism, we are saying things that are like, that are on opposite ends attract themselves. The first problem you need to sort so that you can attract is to locate the kind of things that you can be attracted to. You as an individual cannot be attracted to all customers.
So now how do you attract the right leads? Number 1, you have to give the right lead magnet. So what's a lead magnet? Lead magnet is that thing you use to attract the right people.
It is sugar that draws hands.
It's like when you pour sugar in a place, you will see that hands will be attracted to sugar. So if you're not putting out the right leads, guess what? You will not be able to attract. If you're not putting out the right lead magnets, you will not be able to attract the right leads. Let me say that again. If you're not putting out the right lead magnet. So if you're here, you're a realtor, you don't have the right lead magnet, I'm sorry, you cannot be magnetic. Let me say that again.
And say it slowly.
If you are here, you are a realtor, and you do not put out the right lead magnet, you cannot be magnetic. I want you to sing. And today is not about lead magnets. Lead magnet, like I said, is that thing you give to people in exchange for their contact. It has to be right. If it's not right, I saw an ad one day and I was crying. I was like, this person will attract a lot of poor people. And she will wonder why most people, she was actually calling for, how do they call it? Is it success lines? She will wonder why most of our success lines will struggle. Because of a lead magnet. And this person would not know that is a lead magnet. Please, did you get that point? If you got the point, let me know in the chat. To attract the right, you will need the right lead magnet. If you put the wrong lead magnet, you will attract people who cannot even buy your property. You will attract people who will tell you, who will ghost you.
Wrong ad.
So I said this person was running hard. They will be happy that they're getting a lot of people coming to them. But guess what? She's not, those people will not be able to even sell her market because she's calling the wrong people.
Satisfy the question of demand.
She did not what? Can say it.
She did not sort out that question of demand in her magnet. We all know what a magnet is. So if I get the strongest magnet in the world and I throw that market into a pool, please, what will my magnet attract? And magnets will just come out wet. There's nothing it can attract in a pool. Or is there something magnets can attract in a pool? But if I come to the same pool and the full pool is filled by men, and I bring in a fine chick in swimming trunks, that magnet, that chick, what would it attract? I need responses, please. If I come to a pool with a fine babe and there are men in the pool, what will happen between the men and the babe? Is it difficult? Are we thinking about it? They will be attracted because they are opposites of the same kind. They can draw each other. It's the same way that wealth and poverty does not attract themselves. And to sell property, you are selling to people that are not poor. They might not be rich, but they are not poor. They are wise.
Please, let me also add this to help somebody. You are also not looking for, how do you people to put it? I'm looking for
investor.
No, not even investor.
Investor.
I'm looking for the rich to buy my property.
Property is not necessarily sold to the rich.
I will not be laughing.
It cannot be bought by the poor. It is not necessarily sold to the rich. Property is bought, acquired by the wise.
The rich, do you know what the rich wants to buy? A rich man that is looking to acquire cars. If you like, give the man property for 1 million, they'll tell you, I'm not buying that. I want to get cars. That's by the way. Next thing, to attract the right leads, you need the right messaging. Somebody should type right messaging. You see, messaging is everything. Messaging is the way people react to you, the way they do. Messaging is the only reason why you put out something there and people will start reacting. So I remember in the Ultimate Realtors Hub, I gave them we thought and we gave them a framework for a message. And guess what? In one day, one of them said I got 10 leads.
No ads.
No ad. Madam Olela said, I went to do the same. Really, this thing is working like Otumopo. Mr. Meaningful also did it. The people that even Michael did it. So there's a right messaging that draws the right people to you. It's what happened to Gifted Hands. She said the right messaging. One small sentence. I can even tell you. I will tell you. The one when we get there, I will tell you. I'll tell you. Because sometimes people think that these things. Now, right message. I'm going to give you an example of one right message. And if you want more, I'll tell you to get into the Ultimate Realtors Hub. Let me give you one example. So imagine you wake up in the morning. Are you ready? Are you ready for my example? Or I should just shut up and move to the next point. It's a 3-point class. Are you ready for my example?
Yes, we're ready.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to give you only one right messaging. One right messaging. So normally what you would do is that they give you the videos, you go and put the videos there. The videos is generic. Everybody in the industry is using the same video. So this particular day, we did a series and I taught. And this year I gave them this task. I said, go and do this. And they all went to do it. And they got leads that day. Somebody even said that. Please excuse me. Somebody said that it pained him that he didn't do this thing throughout the week. He did it that last day, and he said, I got 10 leads. So my brother even said,
I will.
This thing, let me help you. Now listen, if you say something like this, if you are 40 years and above, and you do not have a property to your name. Now you are feeling, I'm not going to repeat it again. So if you don't listen and you don't get it, sorry. If you are 40 years and above, and you don't have a property to your name, and at the moment you are feeling left out and miss your friends, send a DM. Let us talk. Can you see what messaging? Who got the messaging in that? What did I do? Who wants to tell me what I did? Do you know? Anybody who knows? A help member should be able to tell me this now. Oh yeah, anybody who knows? If you're 40 and above, and you don't have a...
That is an emotional, that is an
Emotional blackmail. Emotional blackmail.
yeah, or yeah, that is an emotional trigger. You are
Yes,
triggering
trigger. Trigger.
yeah,
That's what is
you are
triggering.
triggering the
Good.
emotion of the reader. Yeah.
Thank you. It's an emotional trigger, not blackmail. Trigger. Trigger is a better word. Now, what I want you to focus on, you can see the calling out. I said if you are 40 and above. I didn't say if you don't have property to your name. I went specific.
Demography.
I am talking to a defined demography. I called out particular type of persons. I can even, let me even emphasize on that. If you are 40
salary for the
and
next
you
10
earn
years.
this so amount of salary, and you are an executive,
Definition.
and can you see the way I'm calling out? Right messaging. Anybody who falls in that age bracket, in that demography, and hears you, the result is that they will tell you, you just called my name. If you want to know more, you have to join the Ultimate Realtors Up. Did you get that about the right messaging? If you got it, tell me I got it in the chat. If you got that, tell me I got it. There are many more. There's a time we sat down, we thought there are many more. There are many more. We have series of lessons, different people, different call outs, different problems, we call it that you get into the head of the person, what is keeping them awake, and you are speaking to that emotional part of the brain, triggering them when they hear. Mr. Imafido will say, when you use this, the person will be like, you are calling my name and no fee sleep. And there are various different ones. That's why we say knowledge separate like oil and water.
I remember what I said early on. If knowledge is power, learning is superpower.
Let me tell you about Property Madam. Property Madam did this task, went to post it on TikTok, and she said, I got over 50 leads. No running of ads. Madam Amy also has used this. Mr. Meaningful, how many leads did you get when you did that task in January? I think it was January. Yeah,
I got about 10.
About 10 without running ads. It works. So step number 1, you must attract the right leads. And how do you attract the right leads? I gave 2 ways. You must use the right lead magnet. You must use the right messaging. That's how people will be drawn to you.
You will not be chasing.
And you will not chase them. You will not chase them. And there is more. When you join the Ultimate Realtors Hub, you'll get to. That's why I tell people, until you plug into a system, until you plug into the TKTY system, I'm sorry. You know what makes the Ultimate Realtors Hub different? It's the holy community that uses everything real estate.
It's the only community for only realtors.
It is the only community for only realtors. It's a safe place for people to talk, for realtors to talk. It's all the examples we use for real estate. You're not asking, how do I interpret this? Now, point number 2. After you attract the lead, the second step in the process is converting the lead. Or we call it closing the sales. converting the lead, or closing the sales. Remember, still on magnetic marketing. You are not doing the chasing. You are where you are at, and you are saying, come over. That's what magnetic marketing is. So you're not going to be the one picking the call, calling them and say, hello, Oga. That's it now. Alpha. We don't reach Nigeria. You know, sometimes when I even hear some of this club, like some realtors can be wicked. Somebody's just traveling in from the country, and the next thing I'm picking up the call into the country and say, oh, let's go. Are you that so selfish? No, that's not how it should be done. So the next thing is converting the lead or closing the sales. So under that point, we have one, the right messaging. The right messaging. Messaging is that powerful. You know, one of the beautiful things we like to do in the TKTY system, we would like to help people with clarity with their messaging. Madam Umi did something. Madam Umi sent me a screenshot. She said, Tokotaya, thank you for teaching me to differentiate between time wasters. It was just one messaging she put out. When she told the person said, no, I don't think I will be able to do that. So she never wasted her time.
2 sentences.
Do you see how many of you waste your time talking, hoping, and talking? The person now says there are two things to say to know if you are ready or not. So you don't waste time. You are not tired. You are not saying, I've spoken. This person just wasted my time. God punish you.
Wasted anger.
You're not going to waste your time at all. Right messaging. Now, I said I'm going to tell you what Gifted Ann said. Gifted Ann said, can I? Gifted Ann, or mute and say it yourself.
Give it to them.
What's the messaging you use that helped you in closing all of these deals?
Give it to them.
So
Okay. Thank you. There was the message was this. We had a training, and then let me just put this so that you understand what brought about that message. You know, during our training, there is a particular assignment given to us. We couldn't solve it, and everybody kept silent in the group. Everybody kept silent till the time for submission. And Taya now asked us, I said, why didn't you people do your assignment? Everybody said we did not know. She now said, did you ask? She said, many of you are not selling because you don't know how to ask questions. She now said, somebody in the group did the assignment and none of you could go to her to ask her how she did the assignment. And then, while she was saying that, she now said, you cannot ask simple questions. You want to sell property, you cannot ask somebody, can I help you? What do you want me to do for you? I'm available to help. So while she was saying that in that training, immediately, I went to my WhatsApp status and I typed, can I help you? Do you need help? I'm available to help you. So when I typed this, we ended up the training that night, and then our training comes in the night. So the next morning, I just saw a reply. Somebody just said, please, I need help. So when I saw, please, I need help, I started saying, hey, but you want Allah. Hoping that this person wants to ask for money. I was so scared. I say, hey, if the person should ask me for money, what would I say? So, when I now say, okay, I now replied. Now, my response was based on the way we were trained. Unlike before, I wouldn't have responded the way I responded, but the place of knowledge gave me the capacity to respond to that person like well. So I asked the person, I said, how can I help you?
Thank you so much. They got it. Power of right questioning. So I was also using Gozie. So what happened? First person Gozie. So when Gozie, how am I doing this? Right messaging. You heard Gifted Ants talking about right messaging. That's the power of right messaging. There is something you can say to people that the people already have money, ready to buy now. In fact, they were ready yesterday, but they were waiting for the right messaging from you for you to say so that they bring out the money. What right messaging should you be saying? And that's locked up in the knowledge that is wrapped up in the Ultimate Realtors Hub. Next, under converting the leads, we have the right follow-up. There's a right way to follow up on people. So sometimes when you bring out the messaging, people do not react immediately by giving you the money. There is a right way to follow up, not the way you've been taught. I say carry the phone and start calling. In fact, I do not even teach that. because that way can make you immediate money, which many of you have even fallen into trouble. The first money you sold was a wrong property. You sold it to your uncle. Now the family has been split into two. So I don't tell you to carry the phone. I start telling you, Oga, I want to sell. Oga, that property. No, that's not how we teach you how to do follow-up. There's a right way exactly to follow up with people, that those people will be excited. And they will tell you, Fokombale, Iwonima Baraja. Be calm. I'm gathering your money. There is how to do it that these people, and it happened for property madam. Property madam told me that this particular person has been trying, they've been there gisting, the person wasn't selling. I said, go and reply like this. Follow up with the person like this. And guess what? She sent the voice note of that person. That is how this person responded. I said, can you see that you're seeing a way forward now? So there is the right follow-up. Next, there is the right questioning. Let me do questioning next. There's the right questioning. Many of you don't know how to sell because you don't know how to ask questions. In fact, there are three things. If you don't know how to ask questions, you don't know. I can't see people's faces. All I'm seeing is dark faces. If I throw you out, if I glance on you, I see the energy coming from you is not right. I reserve the right to throw you out. I'm doing this totally free. It shouldn't get me tired. That's why I say your camera should be on. If you're tired, you can leave. Thank you. So the right questions. In fact, I teach this. If you cannot do these three things, you cannot sell well. Yes, you might be selling, and that's the problem with many people. They are selling, but you're not selling enough. One, if you cannot ask the right question, you cannot sell well. Write down that. Two, if you cannot ask for help, you cannot sell. Three, if you cannot give help, you cannot sell. If you cannot give help, you cannot sell. So there is the power of the right question. With the right questions, you will be able to close people. So the reason you are not closing and they are going, let me tell you, those people have your money. Those people have your money. You just have not learned the right questions to ask. Next, the right offer. Somebody should type right offer. Somebody should type. If you're still following me, let me know by typing right offer. The right offer. The right offer. Type offer. Right offer. Offer. What's an offer? Somebody wants to try? What's an offer? What's an offer? What is an offer? Somebody wants to try? Nobody's trying.
Offer is something you give to a client or prospect that helps to close the sale, the deal.
Okay. Any other person? What about the
An offer is the content you are trying to offer to the offeree.
You a legal juggernaut.
Let me try. And let me just say, an offer is just a value you render a client.
Offeror and the offeree.
Alpha.
Papa is a value.
Yeah, Mr. Yonda, let me allow. What did you say, please?
Papa is a value lender.
Oh, we can.
So an offer is that which you give somebody to motivate them to take an action. It doesn't always mean selling. That is where you people get selling. I want you to take an action. I give you something to help you take an action. That's what an offer is. So let's hear. Let's hear from Guzi. I'm going to share my screen so that I can hear from her. Sit tight and hear this.
Wanted to get a house. So I said I was going to present the offer to him. And as the class finished, after how many hours, I could not even sleep. I said, this thing, before tomorrow now, all the energy will go down. Like this night, I'm going to do it. So that night, I wrote down everything I needed to write down, and I sent it to the man. Even though the man wasn't online, I didn't care. It was around 12. I just sent it to him. So the next morning, he just called. He sent me a message, and before he knew it, he called me on a video call. He was like, okay, I'm just going to buy this because you're a fine girl. Is it today that I started knowing I'm a fine girl? Not lie. So before you knew it, that deal was sealed, and it was a 3-bedroom bungalow. It was 55.5 million. So that very day, I went into the hub and I saw a video. It was about the money is in the DM. Listening to it. That's the first video. I didn't even listen to, is it the starting anything, the welcome anything. That was the very first video I listened to. I was like, okay, we are here to stay. And then after that, I have this particular property that I've been looking down on it. During the Tuesday class, somebody asked a question, and through that person's question, while answering it, they were like, you shouldn't look down on any property. You should go ahead. You can sell any property. Boya small, no property is small and everything. So after watching that video and the money is in the DM, that property, I went ahead. They were like, don't sell, don't go selling. But I know these people, I've known them, we chat and we gist and everything. So I just felt like we've gotten enough rapport. This is time to do this business. Especially those ones that have been saying, I'm not going to get to this property. It's too high for my this thing. So that very particular property, I just started sending it to their DM, telling them that, if you're complaining, don't end this year without this. This is an opportunity to tick that goal now. And oh my God, I can't even share this testimony because I've been telling people a lot. I've never seen that kind of good disturbance in my life before in my 3 years in being in real estate. It was as if they just opened the floodgates. Everybody was like, okay, how can we key into this? Okay, can we go to inspection today? I was even doing like, no, today will not work for me, or tomorrow. And before you know it, honestly, I have evidence, I have receipt, I have contracts. Before I said it before, I've never even suggested you come and buy a car. Nobody have even said, I want to buy a car. For the first time, people were buying in acres. As of today, I've sold 7 acres. I'm not even lying. It's not even bobo. If you doubt it, DM me.
I'm going 7 acres or 7 plots?
7 acres.
Acres. Hey!
Yes.
Jesus.
So this is not even bobo. This is not even bobo. If you want evidence, come into my DM and then I'll send you evidence.
Acres.
So this is
7 acres. Let's do the plot number. An acre is 6 plots. So you have 6 times 7.
Yes.
6 times 6
Is that not 49?
42 plots.
42 plots.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
how many days of joining the ultimate realtor?
So, like I said, people may say, it's just a 1 million naira property. But my dear, compile that money together is a big deal. And I'm saying it and I'm saying it again. Within a week, I've been able to make more than 100 times what I paid. And that's a very big deal. That's like a big deal in my career. And then I can't like, I'm saying it again. If you need to borrow, because let me be very honest with you, that money that I paid, I already had the budget for it. In fact, I had the budget for that Sunday. It was not even in my mind. I have seen that Black Friday. I was just determined, no, I'm not going to. But that Sunday, there was just something that, because you cannot miss this. So I'm telling you, no amount. I promise you, no amount. My eyes have opened. I know that no amount that they will even say, come and join Ultimate Realtors Hub, and you say, this amount is plenty. No, it is not. If you need to borrow, please borrow. It's for your career, and I'm telling you, it's a long-time impact. Borrow, bring out that your savings, the money will not grow in the bank. Invest in yourself. It is a big deal. Take advantage of it. Do this Christmas. I've been telling people, you do this Christmas. Let this be like your special Christmas to yourself, because I'm telling you, every part of you, your relationship and all that is going to benefit from it. So that's like my testimony. And meanwhile, something bigger is on the way. Let's just cut it here.
Something bigger.
Something bigger is on the way.
Something bigger. I'm
Thank
so
you for
excited.
sharing.
I'm so excited.
Thank you, sir.
Now you're experiencing, sometimes when people come to our page, you'll be like, how is this possible? I was under one of my ads. Somebody was like, what did the person say?
They don't come again.
They don't come again. I'm like, look at this one's limiting belief. You go still there, they sit down. Now you see when somebody is shouting, hey, first 50 million easier sale. You see, as in, these things you have to experience them.
Done how many millions now?
She's not that's close to 100.
50 million plus under 36.
55 plus
36.
Not 36, 42 million.
42 million. That's under 100 million in 2 weeks.
Like that. Oh God. So that's it. If you want to hear live.
You update to those you read it last week. You are seeing how this week trends.
So those of you that listened. Well, let me tell you something. First, Gozie believed in the process. Gozie paid and she went straight. She's the only person that went to the public to say thank you to TKTY for giving us this opportunity. She had not even joined. Before then, she had only listened to me once in a physical masterclass that I was invited to speak. That's a strong believer. I say another reason why some of you are not selling is because you yourself, you don't believe in yourself. They tell you things, you drag your feet, you are overthinking, don't you know that is what you are sowing into the universe? I've talked about energy, about vibration just now, and what you are putting out into the universe. There's somebody who said, please, why am I not? I said, can you wipe your own account and do it like others are doing it? Can you wipe your account? It was Felicia's story I shared with you. Felicia, are you here? I said, I like people sharing their story. I saw Felicia Shoma earlier. If Felicia is here, she'll come and share with you. Okay. Okay. So let's dissect that. She heard about her offer. She had a particular offer. She went to present it to this person. This person she's been trying to sell to this person for the past 4 months. The person did not reply, did not respond to her. So she went to present this offer, and the person bought that house. How many bedroom bungalow did the person buy? Did you hear? And who heard the price?
3 bedroom.
The price of the bedroom of the house?
55.5 million.
Good. That's the power of the right offer. The power of the right offer. Many of you are not giving people things for them to take action. You are not giving them offer to take action. So offers are arrows in the hands. Look, can you hear me? I'm not seeing people's video. Can you hear me?
Yes, so.
Good.
Yes, we can. We can.
Offers
I
are
can hear
like
you.
arrows that you use in shooting so that you can hit the target. So if you don't know what kind of offers to give to what kind of people at what particular time to make them move, I'm sorry, you would not be closing the sales, which is the second step. So the next thing, you heard her said that she went into Ultimate Realtors Hub and heard that the money is in the DM. And she watched that video. And immediately she took action. Please, how many acres of land, of that landed property have you sold as of now?
49.
How many acres?
49.
Who had 40? Who had how many acres she said? How many acres did she say she sold now?
49. 49.
Oh, please, that's how many plots? Who wants to tell us how many plots that is?
49.
That's acres. How many plots is that? 49 acres, how many plots is that? Who wants to tell us how many plots that is?
It's 294. 294.
94. Wow.
Who got that? So now that
You
is
know, every month since then, I'm still the boss broker. I've still been the boss broker since last year, December. I've still been winning awards. I'm still winning awards.
so please, may I know how much is this land? One plot. How much is this land though? One plot
A
of
million
land.
naira, a million, 1
Who wants to
million.
do the math for us? 1 million times how many plots? Don't
294.
talk, oh, let somebody else talk. 1 million naira times how many plots can you give us?
294 million. Jeez.
294 million. Please, did you run hard? Sarah, did you run hard?
No, ma, I did not. I did not.
That's the power of the right messaging. That's the power of the right messaging. All of this happened in how many months or how many years?
Okay, that's January till last month, February.
Please, can you hear it? Because I like to tell you people that me, I am not I can't come and tell you I sold how many plots.
From December last year. By the time December was closing, it was already around 15 acres. So from December till January, till February, that's the 49.
Good.
And I haven't begged anybody to come and buy. It's just people that have gotten already referring, talking about it and all that.
Good. So that's what I wanted to ask. That are you calling them? Are you chasing them? Are they ghosting you? Or are they coming?
No, they are not. No, they are not.
So one of our superpowers in the TKTY system is to help you become so magnetic enough that people themselves are saying, I want to be a part of this. Please, who wants to experience this kind of thing that Sarah has experienced? Who wants to? Who wants to? Because I know not everybody. Some people say that they are nyimu, nyimu. You heard what Gifted Anne said, and Akuku said it. Trust the process. Trust yourself. The first major problem you will have is your inability to trust yourself. Which is why I taught it last month. Many of you do not love yourself enough to jump. So you're thinking every time, will it work? Will it not work? Mr. Oluwaseyi, you see here, can you unmute, sir? I want to ask him one question. If Mr. Oluwaseyi is here, if the man has not slept. So somebody was saying, no, we said 1 million naira times Guinea. 1 million naira times how many plots? I don't think somebody gave me the calculation.
294.
294 guinea, 294 naira.
294 plots.
Times 1 million.
Times 1 million naira.
Is equal to
how much naira?
294.
294 million naira.
Good. Some people will say, until I said 60 million, I don't think I can hit my target. That's the power of the right messaging. The first, she closed with the power of the right offer, which is the 3 bungalow. That's the 3 bedroom bungalow. The second, that's the house. The second, which is the 294 plots of land, she has closed with the right messaging.
Attraction model.
Yeah. Remember, I'm teaching you how to become so magnetic. I told you, the people that are there, they are there, right there. They will pay you. But you're not putting out the right messaging for them to come to you. You are not dropping the cube of sugar so that the hands can come to you. He looks like Mr. Luasheyi is on his way to his village. Because I wanted to ask him a question. Gozi was saying something. She said, since that time you've been what? You were saying something about since that time you've been
I said since then I've been recognized as the top realtor since December, January, February.
And what has that afforded
I've been getting gifts. I've been winning awards for that. That December, one of the offers was supposed to be, if you hit so amount for that company, we're going to be on a trip. But it's just that the sale came late. So in replacement for that trip, I was given the monetary offer instead for that. But apart from that, I've also been getting gifts. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
Awesome.
So how many people would like to be like Sarah Goze? How many people would like to be like Gifted and? It looks like it's the day of the G. How many people would like to be
a G, like this G?
Abio Goze is G, Gifted Hands is G. How many people? I know that not everybody wants it, and that's okay.
If you want it, type in the chat, me.
If you want it, type in the chat, me.
Me.
Have you typed?
That's number 2, right? Is that not the number 2 thing we've said? Please look at reminders of the first thing. We said it's a 3-step process. First thing, second thing, but before I go to the third thing. Who wants to remind us first thing?
First thing, attracting the right leads.
It's right, okay.
Second, attracting the right leads.
Converting the leads or closing the sale.
Good. Under attracting the leads, we gave how many points? How many sub points? 4. 4.
What are those points?
Attracting the lead.
Attract people with the right magnet.
Good.
And messages, asking the right questions.
Good.
Right messaging.
Asking the right questions, you can get yourself. If you can ask the right questions.
The right messaging, the right follow-up, the right questions, the right offer.
I said, what is the sub point under attracting the right lead? That's the first point. Attracting the right lead. What's the sub point?
Lead magnet is good.
Because this one you are mentioning is for converting or closing the leads. Okay.
You said give out the right message and you gave an example.
And I said give out the right lead.
Messages.
Right lead magnet. Give out the right
magnet.
Right lead magnet.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the right lead magnet.
Right lead magnet. right messaging. And under the right messaging, I gave an example. Who can remind us of that example? I gave one example expanded.
If you are 40 years and above and you don't have a property to your name, and at the moment you are feeling left out among your friends, DM now, let's talk.
That video is, I'm sure, is less than 30 seconds. That video, I'm sure, is less than 30 seconds. Good. Let me just keep line 2. Now we are getting to the third point. That's point number 3.
Quick question. Please, I want to know, is this the first time you are hearing these 2 points? Is this the first time you are hearing these points? Please let me know. Is this the first time you are hearing what you just heard?
Good evening.
Good evening, Roma Properties.
Good evening. Yes. Good evening. I'm enjoying the program. My first time joining though. Next time guest and
Welcome. So it's your first time
yes,
hearing
sir.
something like this.
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Okay, who else?
My invitee, she's my invitee, and that girl is going to do great.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Meaningful.
That's awesome. Thank you, sir.
Please, if it's the first time of hearing what we just taught, type first. If it's not the first time, type no.
If it's the first time, type F. If it's not the first time, type B. If it's your first time of hearing what we taught, type F in the chat. If it's not the first time, type B. First time F. If it's not your first time of hearing something like that, type B.
It's not the first time for me, but a better understanding now.
Okay.
Okay. I want to take a poll so that I can serve you best. I want to have a conversation with you. I don't want to talk over your heads. So let me know if it's your first time. Just type F in the chat. This is not your first time, type B. I have just one chat now. This far, I have just one chat, one person. If it's your first time, just type F, just capital letter F. If it's not, type B.
I didn't get the thing you said very well. First time of hearing what, please?
The lecture the part of the lecture you just listened to. The first and
Okay, I
second
came in
point.
very late. I was thinking it's 9, but I never knew it was 8 o'clock. So I came in a bit
Oh,
late.
Just came in.
okay. But the part you heard, now, is it something you've heard before, or is it something new?
As in, I heard that Gozes sold about 49 acres of land.
Okay.
And you are asking that what was the first point you gave them?
Okay.
That's what I think.
Your network, we can't hear you. Your network is giving a lot of feedback. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better.
I heard when Goze was when she said she sold 49 acres of land, if I'm not getting it wrong, a bungalow and acres of land.
Okay.
And when you were saying that we should calculate it into millions, and then who is next, that's all I had. I think I said I'm the next one online. And so the other thing you said I didn't hear. I only heard that if it is say if it is no.
All right. Thank you very much. I think we have some feedback here already. This is what I want to say to us. For those of us that this is not the first time you are hearing generate leads and close sales, and I'm sure it wasn't the first time Gozietu was hearing it. Why?
What is the difference?
Why did it not produce for you like this? What's the difference between the results she has and you that you still want that kind of results?
Implementation.
Interesting.
More reasons why.
One of the things I'd like you to know is that we say that the end result of any good education is transformation. Not because you're going to learn anything new, but because you will reveal a new part of you to yourself and to the world. And I've said something repeatedly today: if knowledge is power, learning is superpower. Because learning helps you to show forth a brighter, sharper, better you.
More responses now. What do you think? Is it that these things are so new? Or is it what do you think could have been the difference? Why do you think a gifted
Maybe
is going to write, I want to help you? Even some of you have been writing, I want to help you. What do you think could be the difference? What's the difference? Somebody said action, somebody said
not believing
ability.
enough.
Not
Peace of mind.
believing
Not believing
Mind.
yourself.
in mind, not believing in yourself.
More responses.
Or fear.
Yeah.
Fear. We're about to get into the meat of this class. This is the meat of the class. So please, I want you to pay attention very, very well. Because some of you, you are dry matches. You just need to rub the right stone to spark. Pay attention.
Okay, so before we talk about number 3, I want us to go into the various group that we belong and share what you've learned about this masterclass. Let's do that quickly. While you do that, I'd like to tell you, or formally invite you to join our community. Start from the mentoring session. In fact, that's where you will start from. So let me talk about the GMI. The GMI is the growth marketing intensive. Let's do that quickly. Just go to our various WhatsApp community and just comment how this has been for you. Just comment quickly in 2 minutes. GMI is growth marketing intensive. Growth marketing intensive is our coaching program. This is for realtors who say, I want more. This is for realtors who says, I want more. This is for realtors who know that there can be more. This is for realtors who want results fastest. And the GMI helps you in building systems. So when you come in, one thing I'd like to tell people is that, see, you can sell first time, but if you're unable to repeat it, it will be fluke. What makes you repeat it? Your ability to repeat it is dependent on the systems you have created. That's why people experience sales drought. You see people say, oh, I was once a good seller, traveling, all of that, all of those things. Guess what? Suddenly now, that is not happening for them. Why? Because they were just selling and they were never building systems. God is a God of system. God does not have a headache saying, hey, when is sun going to shine? When is a matter going to come in? We know when it's going to, if you plant vegetable, you know that you will begin to see it sprout in 3 days. If you plant bamboo, you know you will wait for 5 years. That's how systematic or systemic our God is. And guess what? That's if you want to be able to not wake up and every day all the prayers we pray in church is, God, where will my next customer come from? Where will the next money come from? God does not want you to disturb him with those kind of prayer. Girl, you've been praying that prayer for 5 years. Go and build system. And the GMI helps you in building system. Now, our GMI program is into 3. We have one that is one-to-one, that is exclusive, and that one, there's no discount. There's no discount. It is $10,000, one-to-one. Ourselves, let's say 2-on-1, ourselves and you. Then we have another one that is called the GMI Accelerator. The GMI Accelerator is 3 months long, where you build all of your systems for your business. And that is going for 5 million naira. Then we have the GMI Prime that is going for 1.5 million naira as at now. And all of these prices are subject to increment anytime. I like to say that for those of you that will be listening to this again. Now, the GMI Prime is the one Gifted Hands did. The GMI Prime is the one Mr. Olusheyi. The people that graduated yesterday did the GMI Prime. Don't worry, you will meet with them flesh or live, let me not say flesh and blood because it's not physical, live on Zoom when they're doing graduation, we'll invite you to come and celebrate them. And you will know why the GMI is like that. That is 1.5 and that's for a month. We help you build system around your social media. All those people that have been in your DM that are ghosting you, they'll be attracted to you. Now, the beautiful thing is that that's our coaching program and that is in multi-millions. The cheapest one at the moment is 1.5 million. Then the next one we have is our Ultimate Realtors Hub. The Ultimate Realtors Hub is our mentoring session that helps Realtor. And that's the one Gozier did. That's the one Gozier did. And the beautiful thing about the Ultimate Realtors Hub is that even if you want to come into the GMI and you want the first one, it's only the first one I can get discount to, the GMI Prime. The $5 million and $10,000, no discounts. If you want to say I want to get discounts, you have to come into the Ultimate Realtors Hub. That's that. And guess what? I will invite you to just jump in. If you've been slow about your own progress, you've been thinking, oh, not me, borrow my belief. I've told people it's not all the time you have belief. Many people that joined the GMI never had belief in themselves. This woman, Dorcas sent me a video. Today is a wedding anniversary. She said, I did this video like you told me to do. See the views. You know why her husband gave her all those gifts? She said, her husband said, I've seen a more confident wife. I've seen a superwoman. Your spouse will love you more for doing the GMI. Love you more. She said, Tokotaya, this is me that will not even be able to talk to. If I went to somebody else talk to me, I dodge them. That's the miracle the GMI does. Then the Ultimate Realtors Hub is our mentoring. That is for 6 months. And we have people who even go up to say, I want to do the 1 year. Please help me check how many people have commented. We are how many at the moment? We are 40. I expect to see 35 comments in our various groups that we belong. And why do we do this? We do this so that one is cement your learning. Secondly, others who are there, we know that this session held, and because of your own learnings, we say, I want to show up the next time. Remember, free happens once a month. Free happens once a month. Okay, report getting me said that we have only 5 people who have commented. Do well to comment. I'm not going to talk if you don't comment. I'm waiting. I'm not going to give you the third point if you do not comment. And the third point is the most powerful point. You know why? You've heard this thing. I'm sure that the training you went for last week, somebody said it. The one you will go for tomorrow, somebody will still say it again. So that singular thing that differentiates people, that makes people do certain things and they get results is what I want to share. That singular thing. Some of you have said action. Action is good, but I know how many people have paid for many things who have not taken action. Somebody says implementation. Implementation is good, but I know how many people who are implementing yet are not getting results. Somebody says change of mindset. Yes, change of mindset is good, but if you just do your change of mindset and you do not do this other thing, you will still not get results. So you've all tried, and as good as they are, it's not what I want to say. We're waiting. How many more? Please let me check the 3 groups. Help me check the 3 groups. Help me check the 3 groups. Go in there and comment how it was. They say one of the groups has 1, one of the groups only 5, one of the groups nothing. I'm waiting. It's one of the reasons most people do not sell. Most realtors do not sell. You lack the abundance. Now I was with business owners. I have a meeting or a special room for business owners. I used to attend to business owners until 2022 when we decided to focus on realtors. And business owners have been mentioning at DMR, you just neglected those, so it's not good. Then this year we started something. We see them once a month. One of the things that differentiates business owners from realtors is that business owners still show a lot of the abundant spirit. Realtors, which is one of the reasons that less than 1% are top sellers. Have you heard the statement, the sky is big enough for all birds to fly without them touching or colliding? Most people don't have that mentality. Most realtors don't. So most realtors want to keep things secret. Or better still, maybe you start helping me take people away from Zoom. I guess they have slept off. Please, if your cameras are off, we'll put you out of Zoom anytime because I want to assume that you have slept and I don't want to keep you longer. If you have not commented, I will keep you. If you've commented, just raise your virtual hands so that I don't put you out. If your cameras are off, I'll put you out because I want to assume that you are sleeping already. Just please let me take out those cameras are off. They don't need to hear this part. I've said it before, the way you do one thing is the way you do every other thing. It's one major reason realtors will come and say, I've been going for all classes. Do you know I've still not learned anything? Please, help me just excuse them in peace. Okay, so that they can go and sleep. Good. Okay. Number 3. What differentiates the people who have heard this message and the people who carry out this message? Okay, one of the groups report is getting to me that we have only just 2 people have responded. If you're in that group, go and comment how the training was for you. In another group, report is getting me. There's only one group that they've done over 10. Remember, I'm not a developer. I like to say it very well. I have a human capacity development company. My business is to help you become. If you don't become, you will not be that thing. So I don't pamper. I don't know how to even do it. If you love the result that our people are getting, they've gone through a lot. Yeah, to becoming. Please let me put out all these people whose cameras are dark first, so I teach. All these people whose cameras are off. Okay. I can see Madam Monica. The last point, the 3rd point, which is very important, I want them how before I mention it at all. It's called the spirit of a thing. The spirit of a thing. Put it in the chat. The spirit of a thing. The spirit of a thing.
Of a team.
Yeah. The spirit of a thing. The spirit of a thing. I didn't say team. Thing. Thing. Thing.
Okay.
The spirit of a thing. Somebody was saying they came in a bit late. Is it that you didn't learn anything? I deliver classes of 5 minutes.
Now.
And the whole room has gone.
I got in a bit late.
You must have learned something. So I don't need you to say the epistle. I just need you to say that one thing you've learned. In 5 minutes of my class, people will tell me 5 minutes is too much for them. The spirit of a thing.
Before you go on, I need to say something about learning. Something happened last year. Well, something interesting happened last year, and I ended up buying one book for ₦1 million. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Something interesting happened
hear
last
you.
year, and I ended up buying one book, one normal book, one book for ₦1 million. And somebody was asking me if I was insane to do that. And I said to the person, what would happen with one sentence of information from that book in my life?
Can you imagine gifted dancing? I didn't hear it. Do you know what gifted dancing is selling? Let me help you. As simple as that statement is. I don't think it's even up to, it's a 5. Let me help you. 4
Four.
query money. 4 words.
So if you listen for 5 minutes and you cannot articulate to yourself one thing that you learned, you need to pay more attention to yourself. Because in reality, most of the things you are complaining about is just because you are not paying enough attention. If your camera is on, please put your hands up with me. If your camera is on, please raise one hand up. Can you please put that hand on your chin? Put the hand on your chin. Mr. Meaningful, you got it, Abby?
Yeah. I did know.
Is that your chin? Mr. Meaningful, please say something about what I just did.
Well, I listened to what you said, not just what you did.
That is the definition of attention. I said, place a hand on your chin.
And you did this.
But my hand went on my cheek.
Oh.
So you followed my cheek because you were not paying attention.
Oh, Lord.
And as salespeople, when you don't pay attention, you lose. I'm sorry. As you are having the conversation with the prospect, they are telling you what they want to use you to close them. But because you are not paying attention, you are not closing them. So if you have listened for 5 minutes, think and say, what did I get in the last 5 minutes? What did I get in that one sentence? This that I just did now is another whole class.
Okay, spirit of a thing, spirit of a thing. See, it's not the fact that you've not heard about generating leads or you've not heard about messaging and all the likes. As good as those things are, if you do not get into the spirit of those things, you will not be able to close the sale. And I'll pinpoint it to you. You heard Gozie said, first, let me tell you the spirit of it. She said, after paying, I went straight for something. And she said that night, I wouldn't even let it cool down. That is the spirit of a thing. You will live here being the same thing. Say, I've gone for all trainings. In fact, tell me the best coach in Nigeria, somewhere. I've seen people brag over rubbish.
I was with PNA last week.
Stupidity. You know, I've paid everybody. I'm like, look at this one. You should use the hand to cover shame. That you've paid everybody and your life has not improved. It is the fact that you lack the spirit of a thing. When there is no spirit of a thing in what you are doing, you will not see results. That's why one of my students, I told her clearly, go and generate leads. She said she didn't have to generate leads. And immediately, Toko told her that if you do not generate leads that day, you will lose access to this OGMI program.
She had the assignment of 5.
Then guess what happened? Something in her did not want to lose the millions she has had. Then in one day, she generated 76 leads. That is the spirit of a thing. After that time, she has not generated that kind of leads again. There is something called the spirit of a thing when you get into the spirit. So it's not about the words that Gifted Us has written. It is not about the fact that Gozie went to DM and said this. It is that they got into the spirit of the thing. The spirit of a thing is gotten when you plug into the environment. The spirit of a thing is only gotten when you plug in. Let me give you an example. When you go to the gym, or let me say when you go on holidays and you find yourself among gym enthusiasts, what will happen to you? Suddenly you
start
find
behaving like change your mind and you want to belong. You want to feel among them.
You start going to the gym.
Exactly. If you are in the midst of people who dance and you don't like to dance, but you see them dancing, what will happen?
You start dancing.
Good. That's the spirit of a thing.
So imagine you're among people that make sales.
So imagine that you plug into the system and you are hearing.
Among people that
this our last GMI said somebody made 500 million naira, $500 million, selling one property.
Just one.
Don't worry, that story is coming in. It's been closed deal. That story, it's spirit of a thing. The reason why you wake up in the morning, they say, why you believe here now, I'm not going to implement, is that you have not entered the spirit of a thing. There is something called the spirit of a thing that you cannot speak. It has to be experienced yourself. Did you hear Gifted and said, I borrowed money to pay? Did you hear Gozier said, I wiped out my account to pay? You know, one thing, when people come and say, can I be doing installments? I'm always laughing. When somebody says, can you give me 10 years to pay? I'm like, you can have it. Why don't you have the 10 years? But I know already that person is not in the spirit of the thing.
Not stretching.
Do you know what the spirit of a thing does? The spirit of a thing will help you say the exact thing because their vibration has changed. Your conditioning has changed. People will hear you. You will say, they will be hearing, hey, and they will be reacting. But guess what? The spirit of a thing cannot be gotten without being in the environment. And that's why I tell people it is the plugging in into the TKTY system, so that you can catch the spirit of the thing.
Let me share with you a bit of Gozier's story. So I was invited to come and speak. Now, if you want to invite me to come and speak, please know upfront. It's $1 million, 2 million naira a day engagement. If you want me to come over to your place, physical. If you want me to do it virtual, it's a 1 million naira engagement. So if you want us to come and speak, we do that, and that's the fees. So somebody called us to come and speak like that, and we spoke, and at the end of that first speaking, we gave them an opportunity to take a single masterclass, paid. And Gozier was one of the people that paid for that masterclass. And in that masterclass, we showed up with thoughts, and we struck a chord. And after that, Gozier came online like this, heard us speak, got the opportunity to join the Ultimate Realtors Hub, and paid again. After paying, she went into the group to go and say, thank you for paying.
She had not started any training.
She had not done any training. You could tell that already she was in a space. So she said when she got on the platform, she didn't go there to go and read welcome message. She went after what she needed. The money is in the DM. And there's a place where you are in a space, in an energy state. There's a place where you have a consciousness, where you carry a presence. And how you function is different. And the thing that the TKTY system affords you, allows you, is to plug into a place that gives you that vibe, that energy, that presence, that capacity. The simple truth is this. People just graduated from the GMI, and some of them took on that program thinking about themselves that they were procrastinators. And we laughed and said to them when they said it to us that no, you are not procrastinators. It's just what the environment allowed you, the spirits that you allowed you to practice. All of these people, in less than 1 month, forgot that they described themselves as procrastinators. Because they saw themselves doing the things that they would not have assumed themselves to do. Why? They got in the place where the spirits of the thing that they needed was existing.
So, if you don't want to end 2025 the same way you started, you need to get into the spirit of the thing. And how do you get into the spirit of the thing? You need to plug into the system. So if you are here right under the sound of my voice, do not leave this place without saying, I commit to plugging into the system. Because it's so good to say, oh God that did it for Sarah Gozier, do it for me. Have you not seen this woman, Anna, when she went to pray, she got into the spirit of the thing. So that thing is not, I tell people talk is cheap. Anybody can say anything. Until you get into the spirit of a thing, people do not move. So are you going to afford yourself to get into the spirit of that thing and to say, yes, I commit to my own progress? If you are that person, I will urge you to come into the Ultimate Realtors Hub. Our Ultimate Realtors Hub is 250,000 for 6 months. But because I am on the masterclass, I allow people do 50%, which is 125. And magnanimously, I take away the 5K. If you are here and you want to plug into the spirit of that thing, you want to say, I want to open my mouth. You hear? That's why I told them to share the example, because there's nothing. There's nothing than the things you do. But the difference is that the spirit of a thing, there is a spirit that pushes you to do things. Have you noticed that when you go into an environment where their weddings are just good, maybe you go to a church and the person teaches good marriage, sanctity, that immediately something about you and marriage start changing. You begin to see, you begin to treat your spouse differently. Have you not entered, when you enter a place that they're talking about good health, do you not notice that immediately sickness disappears from your body and you begin to live in good health? There is the spirit of a thing. It's not about the words we say. It's not about the things you do. It's about the spirit of that thing. If you are right under the sound of my voice, you want to plug into that spirit that makes people, you hear people say, you hear people say, oh, I'm doing things with ease. You hear people say, so much ease. Somebody is right here. I don't know if he's on this call. He came into the Ultimate Realtors of in December. He sold 180 million. He said that has never, it was just like magic. That's the spirit of the thing. So when we tell people come into it, you cannot get the spirit of the thing without being plugged into an environment. You first get plugged into the environment, then you start beginning to get the spirit of that thing. In many communities for different reasons. It's for the spirit of a thing. Do you see? But you cannot get the spirit without even first say, I want to get into the environment. I join you, I encourage you. All you need to do is to send help into the group you belong, and we'll give you account number to plug it. I'm not a pastor preaching. I'm not. I remember working with a developer like 3 years ago, and Tucker was telling the developer that even though you are new, before the year runs out, you would have done 1 billion. And people shouting, amen, amen. Obviously, the amen was in mockery. And my husband said, shut up. I'm not praying. Shut up. I'm telling you what I mean. Earlier on, I was telling GBI members, I said, as long as many realtors that plug into the TKTY system in this 2025, they will sell in billions. We had not even seen any sign. Is it not happening? Somebody here has done one single property with so much ease. All of this deal happened also in less than 1 week. 500 million, 500 million, one house. There's another person is a member of the GM. I came and said, people are already asking me. They came to me and they were asking for 700 million to 1 billion. And I wanted him to speak. Maybe he was not at the seat then. He said he was telling himself, me. No, I said, this man does not even understand the fact that he has plugged into the spirit of a thing. He doesn't even understand. The spirit of a thing is when your customer will call forth and say, give me back my money, I'm not doing again. The spirit of a thing will smile. It has happened to Mr. Many, it will happen to many people in our community where customers call back and you will smile because you know what to do. And guess what happens? They tell them the next day, 24 hours, they sleep away because I'm not collecting. Rather, I'm increasing the number. It's the spirit of a thing. If you do not get into the spirit of a thing, I'm sorry. Nothing will change. If you want to join the TKTY, which I tell you to do, send help into any of the groups you belong and get it for 50% discount, 120. I've taken 5K off. Half the price should be 125. Am I right? Yes, 125, but I'm taking 5K. The spirit of a thing. I didn't say the spirit of Tokotaya. I said the spirit of a thing. Did you hear what Gozier said? Gozier said that the man said, I will pay because you are beautiful. He said, is it the first time you see me that I'm beautiful? Is it? No. Did she become fairer? No. Fatter or slimmer? No. And if you are here, you don't even believe much in yourself, that's okay. Borrow my belief. I tell that to my students, to my clients many times. Borrow my belief. Borrow and key into the belief of others who believed and who jumped. That's all for tonight. Send hope and we'll attend to you.
Before, please, did anybody lose their own sale because Gozie has sold 200 million? Is there anybody that thinks because Gozie is selling 200 billion, that's why they are not selling? Or do you think because Gozie has sold 200 million, she will sell another 200 million this month?
That was another one. No? Hey, God. Okay. DM up. No, don't DM. Send it. Put it in the community you belong. Then one of our team members will answer you, give you the link to pay, and you'll come in. And that's going to be all for tonight.
I hope it's been an amazing session.
I want one person to share with me how this training made you feel. One male, one female. One person. Okay, you have the floor.
Thank you, Ma. I actually feel motivated again because for some time, you notice I've been off, kind of. Because all the prospector, the client I've been speaking to, they've been giving me promises, and at some point it was really draining. I'm like, what am I getting wrong? What am I getting wrong? So I feel downcasted somehow. But coming here today again, I feel motivated because I've been charged again that there's more. There's more to life. There's more in the future. There's more to collect in this industry. So sometimes don't feel down because of what your existing prospects, the negative vibes they're bringing up. If only you can get the habit of generating new leads, the possibilities is just uncountable. So I'm motivated again to keep on, to push on. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Who is the male? Any man in our midst that wants to comment how this made you feel?
Thank you for this section.
You're welcome.
It makes me feel pumped up, and it gives me hope again that if it can happen, for someone like Gozie, of course it can happen for me and others as well. So I feel charged, and it's like a hope. Like, yeah, of course, of recent, I've had a lot of lost deals, after many injection and after many inspection and promises and other, but I feel alive. I mean, restored again, that is possible, and of course I will be more consistent with Toko and the GMI. I'm warming up. Coming.
Thank you for sharing. I would love to ask Gozie, say how many years is he a realtor? Gozie, how many years have you been a realtor?
3 years. 3 years.
3 years. Because I just decided to ask, because somebody might be thinking, maybe she's done 10 years. How many years did you say she's done?
3 years.
No, let somebody else reply now. How many years you used it? 3 years.
3 years.
Good.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Temitayo. So that's going to be it. If you have questions, please ask. Send up, DM up, HUB, get account number to secure your slot at 50% the price. Get in right now. You know what I used to do? Sometimes I don't tell people the price will increase because I don't want you to jump. I want you to see how many things you can be losing out if you do not answer. If you do not answer the call. If Gozie had not paid, she wouldn't have even known that she had the potential to sell 294 plots. That's 290.
That's 300
That's
million naira, Sha.
300 million. Am I right?
Months.
300 million.
In 3 months.
Do you see? So it's not about, oh, price will increase, all those things. Sometimes I don't want to even do that. But I want to look at it and see the progress. I remember when Dorcas came and Dorcas said, Taya, I'm using my children's food money to pray for GMI. Now you need to, I will post that video on my status. She said her husband gave her all of these things and said, I love the woman you have become. Or is it gifted aunt? Or is he Mr. Oluwaseyi? Mr. Oluwaseyi is retired, but he will tell you I'm retired, but not tired.
He has retired. He's not retired.
The way the man sells, let's just keep it. When you come for our graduation, you will hear many of those things. Be a part of us. Thank you.